Hi everybody. For this tutorial, I want to talk to you about how to put extra credit into your Canvas show. It's a very thorny problem. Canvas has not been able to work this out. I Googled it, I went online and a lot of people are talking about this online, that there are a lot of complaints that Canvas hasn't been able to figure out how to put extra credit in. So it's up to everybody to figure out their own way to do a workaround. And so here at Merit, we've been kind of struggling with that. And a number of people have come up with some pretty cool ideas for how to get extra credit into Canvas. And you can see one, two, three, you can see four of them over here on the left-hand side of the screen. And, it involves, putting some points into another category, some creative ways to do that, having it all be all points. And these methods, they work fine. It just depends on how you want to work the extra credit, or how exactly you want it to interface with your Canvas shell and with your students in your class. My own method, which I'm going to go into in some detail in a minute, revolves around me having a certain amount of flexibility at the end of the semester to see what the students have done, how much extra credits they've done, what their grade is, what their own personal situation is, and then I can apply all of those different sort of holistic elements to bear without it being just a straight point system. I always try to grade up in my classes, so I'm always trying to give the highest grade I can possibly give. So this allows me to follow that philosophy. And so I'm going to show you how I do it and see if, this one is of value, or you may just want to use some of the others. So I'm going to scoot this over in front of there, and I'm going to show you what you do first. So this involves creating a group assignment category that's called extra credit, and you're going to give 0 percentage points for that extra credit. You do that because if you add an extra credit and give it a percentage of your grade, then that's going to pull away from the other students. It's going to pull percentages away from those students who don't do the extra credit. So you got to give it 0 percentage. I'm giving it some points so students know that they're getting points allotted to their assignment, and then it just kind of goes into the extra credit category. I usually have not, up to this point, 2 thirds of the way through the semester, I have not had a student ask me, how is this graded? How does it go in? If they do, I'll just have to be honest and let them know. But up to this point, I haven't had anybody express reservations about doing extra credit and how I'm actually working that into the grade. So what you do is you go over here and you're going to go into assignments to get that grading category. Most of you, I hope, have set up a grading, group grading weight so that you can actually get your grades at the end of the semester very easily, have a percentage for each aspect of the course that corresponds to the grade categories on your syllabus. So what I do is I go into here to what you're going to need to do if you want to do this, go in here to assignments, and here's where you add a group to your group grading weight. So you're going to click on this, and then under here, this is where you can see these are the ones that I've added to the weights of my groups. So I'm going to add extra credit, and for the percentage, you're going to put 0%, because that's the way you want it to work. You don't want it to be any percent of your grade. You're going to add that weight to it at the end of the semester manually. So I'm going to click on save if you want to do this, but I'm going to click on cancel because I've already done it. It's already in there. So to see how your grades are weighted, you probably know this. You're going to go to the 3 dots. You're going to click on this. You're going to go to assignment groups weight. And you're going to, this is how, in my course, this is how I weight my different categories. Now the assignments here, these are the ones that are kind of empty. I can't really grade them because they're reading and viewing of instructional videos and teaching videos, that kind of thing, lectures. So for these, I can't grade it because the students just have to do it in order to do their assignments, like the summary or their essays. So I don't give a weight to this. And you can see down here at the bottom, the same thing with the extra credits. I don't give a weight for that either. It's a 0 percentage for it. So once you get this set up, it should be set up from the previous thing that we did because you clicked on save. I'm going to cancel out of here. And then we're going to go over to modules, and I'm going to show you how you set up a particular extra credit assignment. So I'm going to click on modules, and then I'm going to go here into extra credit early. These are the extra credits that I offer to students early on in the semester. And I'm going to click on add to add one. I'm going to leave it in the assignment category. I'm going to click on new assignment, and I'm going to give it a name. Extra credit test. And then I'm going to add the item. And down here is where I added it. So I'm going to go in here and show you how you're going to save it to the category that you just created. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to click on edit. And I'm going to put the instructions for the extra credit in here. And then I'm going to award for this extra credit, I'm going to award 10 points. And then in the assignment, it's normally in assignments here because that's what we said to begin with, but you can change that. And so I'm going to change it to extra credit, which means that this is going to go into the 0% category. It's going to display as points. No submission for this one. For my first extra credit of the semester, it was just to have students send me an email. Once they sent me the email, then since it's no submission, I can go in there and manually put the 10 points in for each time they emailed me. Just a little of extra work, but it gets over with pretty quickly at the beginning of the semester. If you do have them submit something, then it's going to be automatic depending on whatever grade you gave them for the submission. And so then you're going to click on save here to save that. I'm going to cancel out of it. So that's how you're going to create your extra credit and put it into that 0% extra credit category. So now I'm going to show you how it's going to show up on your grade sheet by dragging this to the bottom. And I'm going to show you how it shows up on the grade sheet. Now at the beginning, this is my extra credit for the email. And you can see that almost everybody emailed me that extra credit because they wanted, early on in the semester, they really wanted to get that 10 points. And here's an extra credit for introducing themselves. A lot of people did that. Here's an extra credit for an analysis of that picture that's on my front page you saw, the African American art. And then from then on, I have a lot of proofreading exercises that I have available to students that they can do for exercises. I have sentence combining that they can do for exercises and so on. And then at the end of this, you can see where it shows up in terms of extra credit. The percentage of the grade is 0 up here, like I said before, and I'm not sure what this percentage is, 100%, how that pans out, because nobody's done 100% of the possible extra credits. So that's kind of a mystery to me, but I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to go in there and view it visually to see who did what for extra credit, and then I can change their grade accordingly. So now you see it, now you have it, you got all these different possibilities to work from. Hopefully something here works for you, that you can apply it and you can make it easy on yourself and easy on your students to actually do extra credit in your online courses. So I hope that helped you, and so it was a pleasure doing this tutorial. Thanks for being here.